This is Celia Faye Meisel, strategic online sales and business consultant, virtual event and launch scale expert, coming to you live on this Thursday afternoon here in the Midwest, where it is snowy cold. We have a winter storm coming in today. And I know many of you are celebrating the holidays and getting ready to take off for the long weekend and enjoy time with your family. And so I appreciate you tuning in live for this live stream today. Let me know if you are here live and where you're tuning in from. And if you're joining me on the replay, type replay in the chat. So I want to know, are you on this live stream watching the replay or live and you want to make more sales from your live sales webinars, master classes, virtual events, and launches? If that is you, type the word more in the chat so I know that you are here in the right place. So today I'm going to show you one piece of what you can use to increase and up your virtual event and launch sales results. There are several, but I'm going to show you some key elements that need to be in place inside of a business. And before I dive in, I want to quick introduce myself in case we've never come in contact before. I'm Celia Faye Meisel, and I have had the honor and privilege of supporting over 31 launches and events over the last several years, and those are still counting. And I have consulted and been involved with the sales for these 31 launches and events that have produced over $11.1 million in revenue and growing and counting as we speak. And so I have been inside of these companies, big companies, 7 and 8 figure companies, and seen what's going on in their businesses and seen what's going on in their sales processes and still work with them today. And so I have developed my own methodology and my own system to come in and really fix the holes and the leaks inside of companies that cause them to lose sales launch after launch and month after month, because what I teach is not a tactic or a strategy. So if you resonate with what I'm sharing today and you want to explore how I can serve you and support you inside of your company, you can book a pathway from 300K plus to 3 million strategy session with me at moremethod.info. So I'm going to dive into the content now, and we're going to talk about these 3 ways that you can up and increase your launch and event sales. Now, the first one is, so many companies get into the mode where they are chasing tactics, and whichever way the wind is blowing, whichever way the market is blowing, everybody runs. Okay, this month it's reels, this month it's live launches, this month it's webinars, this month it's this, and it's quizzes, and people are just chasing these tactics and these trends, trying to keep up with what they think the market wants. And this happens with multiple 6-figure business owners, because you reach a point, and 7-figure as well, but especially at that 6-figure, you reach that point where some of the beginner strategies don't work. And so you're looking for higher level things and what's working in other industries. And what you run into and the risk that you fall into is that you're not actually building a system inside of your company, a business system that allows you to monetize everything that you do, every live sales campaign, every webinar, every masterclass, every event, every launch, that allows you to monetize in multiple ways. A lot of these tactics, they're there to make you money, to kind of get you a quick fix. They're there to make the guru money, but they're not really looking inside of your business and what you need. And so having a customized system inside of your company that allows you to monetize in multiple ways and allows you to build a foundation that you can depend on year after year. So when the market changes, or when the trends change, or whatever's going on, you have a foundation in place that is taking you into multiple millions. And this begins with a mindset shift and a thinking shift and an investment shift, because you have to make a choice as the business owner that you're not going to be chasing the trends and following what you think the market wants. And what you're going to do is you're going to build a system that speaks to your customers and your clients and delivers a result to them and also produces a monetary result for your company. Okay, and I'm going to show you some of the hows and the ways that you can actually do this in the next step. So the first one is to stop chasing tactics and trends and where you think the market is going, and focus on your own business system that you are building that is repeatable and duplicatable and that you can depend on year after year. And if you need to make a tweak, if you want to add something in, it's because it's strategic and it's intentional, and it's not just because you think it's this quick fix Band-Aid that's going to fix your business. Because oftentimes when you're chasing these trends and you're chasing these tactics, you end up breaking parts of your business that weren't even broken. You cause problems with your team and your infrastructure that weren't even a problem to begin with. And that's a good indicator. If you're experiencing some of that now, where you invested in this thing and this tactic and this trend and it's not paying off and it's causing other problems in your business that were actually working before, it shows that you have a business system problem. And those are things that I do help clients with. So the next thing is that you need to also have a sales system. Okay, you're going to hear the word system a lot today. A sales system that produces reliable, dependable results. Okay, a sales system is not a script. It's not a slide deck, a pitch deck. A system is not a CRM. A system is not a bunch of team members that show up and do their jobs. Maybe they get on calls, maybe they do work for you. That is not a system. Those are all moving parts, and those are all components and elements that go into a system. But a system is a cohesive set of instructions that bring all of the processes together. Now, the reason I say this is because with your sales system, for it to be consistent, reliable, dependable, it's not just dependable on your team and on your scripts and on your CRM and all of the resources that you're giving them. That is not what it depends on, okay? Now, if you're feeling this, drop system in the chat and let me know that you're with me and you're tuning in here. Okay, that is what it is not. Okay, what a system is, in the way that I consult on it with the More method, is there's two parts. One is you as the business owner, as the CEO, as the face of the business, how you deliver your pitches, how you speak to your audience, how you show up, how you make your offers, the psychology behind your communication, your front of room, customer facing sales presentation strategy, and all of the elements that go into that, because there is a lot, including speaker training and CTAs and bonuses and all of that great stuff. And then there's your back of house side, the actual conversion part, where the person goes and actually puts in their credit card. They actually make the investment, they make the purchase, and the two have to go hand in hand. So if you don't have a reliable sales system, your front of room pitches aren't driving to the back of the room or driving to the landing page or driving to the dashboard, and your sales team or whatever you have in place to convert them is not converting. You can look at all of those different areas and find where the breakdowns are happening inside of your system. And the thing is usually you don't know. As the CEO, you got your business to where it is, multiple six figures, even seven figures, doing the sales calls yourself, being the sales genius. Maybe you've hired somebody on to help you with that and they're not performing very well. You feel like your team doesn't really even convey what you're selling and what you're delivering. That's another sign that there's some problems with your offer positioning and also your sales training, in terms of how your team is understanding and able to communicate and convey your offer to buyers. Okay, so with the sales system, there are multiple components, but the two things I really want you to think about is your front of room presentation, how you're making the offers, how you're delivering. And I'm not talking cookie cutter either. Yes, there is a framework, and yes, there is a process that you can go through in a formula, but sometimes speaking from the heart and showing up and delivering your best conveys the best thing, other than the webinar strategy that you learned from somebody who did it 1,000 times. So back to that point number one about the tactics, just because a tactic worked for a guru's audience doesn't mean mean that it's going to work for your audience. And that is what doing millions of dollars in sales across the launches and events that I've been a part of has taught me, is that ultimately your audience wants to connect with you as a person. And that means if somebody else is doing the selling for you, they need to feel like they're still connecting with you. That prospect needs to feel like your essence and your values and everything that you stand for is coming through that sales conversation, even when you're not the one on the phone. All right, I get so fired up about that. I had to take a moment to catch my breath. Now, number 3, how are you going to create more sales, more income? You are going to have agility. That means that your timetable between how often you're launching and how often you're putting your products and services out there shortens. Okay. So if you're saying, okay, I'm launching once a year, I'm launching twice a year, I'm doing one event a year, an event twice a year, 2 events a year, getting excited and tongue tied. So let's say that you're doing 1 or 2 launches or events a year. Okay. And then you're trying to fill in the rest of the year with maybe ongoing rolling enrollment appointments or whatever. What if you could launch quarterly? You could do something every 6 weeks. You might be saying, oh my gosh, Celia, like when I finish a launch, my team is so burned out. All we want to do is go on vacation for a week. Oh my gosh, Celia, when I finish a launch, when I finish an event, all I want to do is just go sleep for a week. As the CEO, as the owner of my business, I am completely fried. Again, that tells me that you have systems problems in your business. You have infrastructure problems in your business. There's probably some other things going on in your business as well around performance issues. But these are things that you really need to look at. Is your turnaround time lagging? Are you losing momentum in your launches? Are they just not exciting you? Are they not fun? Okay, I can tell that when that is happening in a business and people are burned out and the team is burned out and the CEO is burned out, that you don't have, again, any systems in place to help you create that dependability and that repeatability inside of the business. And we want your team to be energized, because the thing is I don't care if it's your project manager, if it's your VA, or if your sales rep, if they're showing up burned out and fried, if they are dreading the next launch or event because the level of chaos and the level of stress around coordinating all the moving parts is so overwhelming, it shows that there are some problems in your company. And that energy coming from your team, that essence being conveyed, even if they're not customer facing, will actually be communicated into your audience. It baffles my mind, but the buyer awareness and the level of knowledge and understanding that buyers have today, especially if you're selling B2B, is so high, and energy is a part of it. And I'm not talking woo-woo either. Okay. So your turnaround time between your launches and events, you want to collapse that timeline so that you can get out there faster, have multiple monetization strategies going at the same time. So you're not just dependent on the new customers, you're also monetizing that audience and that list that you've already built. You're tapping into your existing customer base. And when you start to see, oh my gosh, there are all these different ways that I could monetize. And oh my gosh, if I just had my team working better, and oh my gosh, if we just had better documentations and we had better strategies, where could we be in 1 year? Where could we be in 2 years? Where could we be in 3 years? Because I'm going to tell you something. When you put these things in place that I'm showing you today, you actually build a sellable asset. If you are thinking exit strategy one day, if you're thinking, oh my gosh, I would love to sell my business at one point, these are the components that you need to have in place to have that. Or if you want to retire and you want to put a CEO in place and just be a speaker, or be a guru one day, all of these pieces that I'm talking about will allow you to become that and be a guru in your business. And I love gurus. I love working with gurus. And it's the people that are doing the selling and have the boots on the ground and the systems and the processes that make it work. But if you want to be a guru who's flipping out and freaking out because their team is underperforming and revenue is dropping, don't do any of the things I'm telling you to do. Okay, because that is the reality of the situation. Every business that wants to scale to multi-millions must have these systems in place. So if you want to go to 3 million, you want to go to 5 million, you want to go to 10 million in your business, now is the time to start focusing on those elements and those foundational pieces, the vitamins of your business, the building blocks, the cells of your business, so that you can scale and grow and go further and blow your mind as to what is possible for you. So if this is something that you want to look at and you're like, Celia, I'm so tired of, having a stressed out team and chaotic launches, and I'm tired of being stressed out and burned out and fried, and I'm tired of chasing tactics, and I'm tired of, throwing together my slides at the last minute and putting my pitch together and praying that people will show up to the webinar or to the event. I've got you, and I know what you're talking about. And these are the exact things that I help people with. And you are welcome to and invited to book a call with me at moremethod.info, where I will take you through my pathway from 300K plus to 3 million strategy session process. And we will look at what is missing from your business. There's a lot more. I only dove into some elements. And the thing is that I'm not selling to the masses with my business, okay? I'm not making offers to the masses. My mission is to work with people in my boutique business, where I serve very few clients at a high level, to support them with being able to go to the masses. And that's the difference between my business and hiring a guru. The guru wants all the masses, and they say, I want you to have the masses too. And I'm saying, I want you to have the masses and masses that you want to serve, because that's your mission. And that's the thing that calls to your heart and the thing that you want to do with your business. And I'm here to provide the support and the systems and the strategy and the advisory for people like you and entrepreneurs like you, to have that strong foundation and that strong backbone, so that if you want to reach millions and you want to ascend to guru level status, you can do it. And you're going to have a darn good program, an amazing customer experience, and amazing testimonials, and just amazing results that you can share with your clients, because that is the key part of this, you all. It's not just the tactic. It's not just the strategy. It's not the, oh, let's show up online and make it look good and do a nice webinar. We're talking real results for people, real testimonials, real lives changed and transformed. So if that's you and you're doing transformational offers and you want to scale big in 2023, go ahead and book that call with me at moremethod.info. I've got appointments available in the new year, and I look forward to speaking with you. And I'd love to know, what was your top takeaway from this live stream today? What are you taking away as you go into your holiday and you go to spend time with family? If you celebrate Christmas, and if you're just taking some time off, what are you going to reflect on, and what are you going to do differently in 2023? All right, this is Celia Faye Meisel. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you on the next live stream in 2023.